Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. I am your Dungeon Master, Taylor Wallace, and joining me today I have Astrid Knight.
Hi, you can find me basically everywhere at Astrid K at Astrid K Writes. Uh, what else do I say?
Tell us about your
Wait,
book.
Depressed gay book
yeah,
And
that's
D&D.
me.
on D&D.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Oh wait, no. Let me start over. You can find me basically everywhere at Astrid K Writes or my website, astrodnight.com. I wrote a
Ooh.
book. It's called Perception Check. It's about D&D, being sad, and D no, I already said D&D.
Being gay.
Gay and being gay, the most important part of the day. Um,
Right next to your oats.
yeah, exactly.
I
That's
put
it.
it in my oats.
Gay?
Yes.
I mean, your whole life is just kind of like has a sprinkling
Guys,
of gay.
guys.
Speaking of
Mhm.
being gay,
Blake Wolfe.
Yeah,
Yeah, speaking of putting gay in things,
yeah.
werewolves
Oh.
being gay with each other and whoever
Oh, wow.
else
Woo.
wants to participate. Exactly. Woo indeed. Yeah, I'm Blake R. Wolfe. I write romance of a paranormal nature. You can check it out, blakerwolf.com.
Like,
That's pretty much it. Or you can join my newsletter and get a free book. You should do that because I hate social media. That's it, I think.
Awesome. We also have Zack Gale.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hell
I
yeah.
almost
That
whacked
one was
myself in the
smooth.
fucking face
Yeah, you
so
did.
hard with this book.
that one was actually very smooth.
So,
Good job.
this is my book. Some Empty Houses Might Really Be Haunted. You can find it on Amazon. It's full of spooky, scary short stories. I think it's still also at Barnes & Noble.
I mean, unless you took it down.
Yeah, unless you
didn't,
delisted it,
so-
it's there.
Yeah, so it's on both. And it's on ebook as well, so check it out.
And
A book.
we have Zack Koop.
hey, what's up, guys? You can find me on Instagram and the website formerly known as Twitter, that we all still call Twitter, at Zachary Koop. I don't
It's Koop Zachary.
really. Oh, no, it's not. Not anymore.
Yes, it is.
It's
Oh.
not anymore. Got updated several
fix it.
months ago. Let me see.
The last
What
time we
else?
played.
Yeah.
I don't do stuff aside from this, but I do have some
You don't
fun
do
show and tell
anything?
today.
Yes.
Christmas.
Christmas
Oh,
Eve.
I'm so jealous.
Yep, you guys can track my progress through the streams because
Yeah.
I have like 4 more sessions left.
That
but
tattoo is currently
just
Christmas
thought that'd
Eve.
be fun to.
It's like Christmas
Christmas
Eve right
Yeah,
now.
it's currently the
Christmas loading.
December the
This-
23rd.
yeah, it's the 7th day of Christmas.
Oh,
Throw
it's
Pokemon in
Yule.
there and it'll be a Christmas Eevee.
What about you, Taylor? What do you do?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Yeah, hi, I'm Taylor Wallace, and I am the dungeon master in this fucking place. I'm also an editor. I edited books for almost all of these creeps. Except for that particular creep. I don't really do social media either, but you can always check out my website, sonder-editing.com, and see what I've worked on and what I'm doing. Look at me go, self-promotion. Let's go to fucking Atlaran. I want to start.
Oh, I
Wait, what
why?
about
why?
wait, hold on.
Why?
What about the book?
You don't need to know how to spell my
What about
fucking
the
name.
book?
What about
Oh yeah, we
Wanda
also
with the
wrote a
Wayward
fucking
and the
book.
Wanderer.
Just shut the fuck up. It's called Wayward and the Wanderer. It's from our first campaign where me and 2 of these fucks played a bunch of idiots. Let's go to fucking Atlaran. I miss it.
You're right, by the way. It is still Koop Zachary on Twitter. I forgot that
Oh,
I
fucking dare
hadn't changed
you.
that yet, only on Threads. Anyway, but yeah, we can go there.
Last time, You guys finished fighting the spiders that you believe had killed the abbess at first. And when you got a chance to actually start investigating, Damian discovered that she must have been led there willingly by someone she knew. You had Kedwin Highweir in your presence as you were investigating, and when Ezra tried to speak with Dead, Kedwin decided to try to counterspell and attack you guys. Through the fight, Damian went down. A bunch of people got hurt. Eventually, the Ebonmain Knights broke in to try to help you, and Ezra finished off Kedwin with inflict wounds, and he died with the words, "Mother knows." Uh, Captain Galen Ivanov of the Ebonmain Knights took charge as acting ordermaster and gave you guys free reign of the abbey, including access to anything therein. The He got you guys all settled and also sent people to fetch your strange bonekeeper friend, Vudan. And the Castille brothers chilled upstairs while Preston and Todd got into the restricted section of the library. Long story short on that, because that was a lot, Preston researched the Shadowfell, rifts, earthblood fountains, and learned more of Dr. Guillermo Vasco of San College, a researcher of rifts and anomalies in what is sometimes called the Weave. Todd researched Asteris Arcane History Museum. Did I spell museum with an A? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Is it museum?
Museum, yeah, and learned of a pre-calamity silver bell artifact, the Campanello di Seratura. I'm not going to put on an Italian accent because I don't know how. It was part of a set of 5, mentioned to be a good partner to the black gold lockpick. Also found the name of the bell set, the Ladro Oscuro, made by a mage guild in Keladir City before the calamity, for a gang. A ship sunk with the bells aboard, and you managed to find the name of one other one in the set, the Gara. As of the end of last episode, Captain Galen checked in with all of you. A old granny among the monks and such brought you guys soup. It is Vrosgar the 13th, still. And Guinevere Bronwyn, abbess of the Black Abbey, is dead, and so is Kedwin Highweir. What would you like to do?
I get up from the pew.
Yep.
And I leave Ezra behind. And I go back to the inn.
Right to the Ivory and Red?
Yep.
While he's leaving, I'm just gonna be like, hey, what do you want me to do? To stay here with the dead people, or what?
The dead people are being cleaned up.
Great, but I'm still just sitting here like a dipshit.
Just wait for Todd and Preston. I'll be back.
Will you? Okay. I'll just sit here looking handsome.
Behave.
Not possible, but alright. I'll just wait.
Alright. What's Damian doing?
Okay.
How long would it take me to get back to the Ivory and Red?
Gosh, I don't remember. Maybe like an hour. Walking.
Town's that big.
But I guess that is a long time. Half hour.
Half hour. Okay, gotcha. That's better. Cool. What's the vibe like while I'm outside and I get to the town? Have they put everyone away? Are in the midst of putting people in their homes?
The town is as close to empty as a town of this size can be. The only creatures that you encounter out on the streets are members of the Ebonmain Knights, the City Watch, and a few brave or stupid souls who are still trying to sell to nobody.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do I see people peeking out of windows?
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
All the time. There are they're distinctly more like not necessarily like people have just created new dolls and new statues, but you notice like some houses now have two that maybe they pulled out of storage. There are now, you notice on some residences, not very many, but enough to be a pattern, people have drawn red lines across the top of the door.
Passover, got it.
Kinda in that vein.
Cool. I'm just happy to see that most of the town is actually listening, though I'm terrified that instead of protecting them, we might be signing them to a death sentence. But anyway, I'll push that thought out of my brain, and I'll continue to the ivory and red. Yep. And to be respectful, I'll knock on the front door.
Good idea, because it's definitely not open.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you knock, you hear a couple voices inside that you recognize as one of the bartenders and the hostess. And eventually you hear chain rattle, and the bartender, I believe who is a centaur, kind of like pokes his head out a little bit and sees you.
It's Mads.
Yeah.
He was a minotaur.
He's a minotaur. My bad.
Love that.
It's been a long time.
Mads Mikkelsen, the Minotaur.
Yeah.
The Minotaur.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mikkeltar?
Yeah.
Mads
But
Mikkeltar?
he pokes his head out and looks down at you, Damian. He's like, "What the hell are you still doing outside? Get in here!" And he opens the door up for you.
No.
And Mads closes the door.
No, I go in. Sorry, that's in reference to my cat who is
Yeah.
trying to get up onto my
I could
laptop right now. No. Okay, I'll follow him in.
Yeah. He brings you in, and you see that there's people that strike you as maybe not locals, or maybe that got caught out on the streets. There's a bunch of people just kind of hunkering down in here. And the staff is sort of like serving their cheapest drink for free as like a comfort.
Okay.
You see some like merchants here that you haven't seen them before, but they're sort of huddled into the corner. They look like maybe new arrivals, and they look confused as fuck. But your rooms are still yours. All your stuff is still there, if you're going for that.
What does a like bottom shelf bottle of liquor normally cost?
Bottom shelf bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
Would probably run you like, for the stuff that's practically rubbing alcohol, probably like a silver.
Okay, perfect. I will go up to I'll let the bartender walk me in, and I would like to buy 2 bottles of cheap vodka that are full.
Yep.
And I would also like to ask for 2 empty bottles.
He'll just give you those.
He'll just give me those? Okay, perfect. So I will pay him
2 silver.
3 silver.
Oh, okay.
Because
Tips.
spend it while you got it. They might not be
50%
alive
tip
in a little
there.
bit. Yeah, but they might not be alive to spend it.
That's a possibility.
So I will take those. I will just grab like a couple of like cloth napkins off of tables and take that stuff up to my room. And then Damian is going to grab the pack, like all the equipment that they took from the messenger that they found before we fought the false Hydra.
Yes.
And just lay everything out on my bed. I will pour half of the bottled vodkas into the empty bottles. I will stick cloth in those, and I will make 4 Molotov cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Damian has a leather harness that's almost like you would use for like a concealed handgun, but he uses it to carry his knives. And he has like in his pack wire that he fastens into little hooks that he can wrap around the bottles and then clip onto his harness.
You're holstering your Molotovs?
Holstering my Molotovs.
Nice.
I will also grab...
Dangerous but badass.
He just whips his coat off and they're already on fire.
my coat has actually been... There's a hole in the back of it from Todd launching a firebolt at it. So I'm going to replace that with my backup big black trench coat that I'm sure he has. If not, I'll steal from someone else. I also am going to pull the rifle and the ammunition that we found from that messenger.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave the rifle, but I'm going to take the rounds, and I'm going to extract, using my thieves' tools, the black powder from as much ammunition as I can.
Make me a dexterity check just for fun.
Okay.
So fun.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, holy fuck! Yeah, you pop
Fuck
the
yeah.
brass off those bullets easy.
So I'm trying to get like 2 pouches, like 2 handfuls of gunpowder out of these, even if they're just like small-ish. That's what I'm trying to do. If I can only get 1, though, that's fine.
I thought you have 2 for a natural 20.
2? Okay, gotcha. So I'll take those, tie those up loosely, put them into pockets, and then, yeah, cover that all with my new coat, and leave to go back to the Abbey.
All right. I don't remember what was in that person's journal. That's fine. I'll
With
figure it
the
out later.
Spirit. Oh no, hold on. One more thing I wanted to check because I forgot about this before. The delivery person whose shit we found. There was a package.
Yes.
I just open it up. What's in it?
Something I don't remember, dude.
Just in case.
Do you remember what
It's
episode
actually
we
anthrax.
found him
It was a long fucking time ago. I do not remember the episode number. I know it was the one that we fought the false Hydra in.
You know, it just dawned on me.
The
that
one right
there's
before we fought it.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It just dawned on me that there is an entire generation of people who don't remember the anthrax scare.
That is very true.
Yeah.
There are entire people that are of legal drinking age that don't remember 9/11.
I mean,
That's true. I forgot about that too.
That's just
I
interesting.
remember 9/11. I also remember watching Schoolhouse Rock the next day and them talking about how fun war was and how it was all about music and stuff. Yeah. Disassociation.
Yeah.
I literally have no notes about this messenger. Remind me
memory of
again
this
what
one.
you found on him.
So we went through the camp that had been torn apart by the bat creatures.
Mhm.
We found a rifle. We found ammunition. We found a delivery satchel that had a lot of like mail in it, but then also had like a yay-sized package. Honestly, I don't think we ever brought it up again after that. I just remember saying that Damian was literally covered in like leather bags and shit after that because of how much he was carrying around. And that package was brought up, but I don't think it made its way into the notes. It was only mentioned in the episode.
Yeah, I believe I do remember this.
It's a box of chocolates.
Yeah, so you rip open the package. You immediately find there are a bunch of like wooden toys and like some tin mechanical toys that each of them is individually wrapped in little like gift wrapped boxes.
Okay.
You gather that this was meant to be a gift for a child.
Okay, I leave it on.
And in one of them, you
Maybe
find
not.
something a little different.
Okay.
You
It's a thunder
find-
pony.
Thunder pony.
Don't give me that.
In one that is not gift wrapped, you find it's sort of a long, thin package that has a little bit of a curve to it, just wrapped in basic paper. It's not that. It's not that. When you
Why not, though?
unwrap it, when you pull the paper back, you find a kind of tarnished silver spoon.
I keep the spoon.
Still works.
Still works.
Still works. Does Damian wear gloves?
God. Oh no, it's cursed.
He does not wear gloves, but one of his hands isn't his hand.
I know. Which hand do you grab it with?
It's
I
Kirsten Dunst.
always pick up random objects with the mimic hand.
Okay,
Oh, do
cool.
you?
Yeah.
Do you all?
Yeah. Always.
All right.
Yeah.
You may add a tarnished silver spoon to your inventory.
Love that.
Your mimic is Kirsten
Now the
Dunst.
mimic is cursed.
Yeah. Love that. Just sending cursed objects to people in the mail.
And a bunch of Barago brand children's toys.
Love that.
They are all so not rated for kids.
No, there's a lot of sharp edges.
Thunder
Uh-huh.
Tony,
There's
some
10
assembly required.
tin soldiers that fire needles.
Oh, that's horrifying. I love
That's
that.
fucking great.
I
They
will
got little
also say,
muskets.
because I know that people questioned it just a little bit, just a moment ago, Damian is totally the type who would have a routine where he's like, I don't know what this is. Always picks it up with the left hand.
Yeah.
That is trained. Yeah. So, cool. Now I'll head back to the Abbey. Don't even think about it.
Congratulations on your spoon. Yeah, you head back. During the hour that Damian is gone, what's the rest of y'all doing?
Well, I am
I'm
doing
waiting.
research on tarnished silver spoons because that's routine for Todd. And he always researches cursed tarnished spoons.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a history check. Or an investigation
really?
check.
I bet you it's terrible. History 0. Cool. 13.
Cool. You happen across, in your research about the Asteris Arcane Academy, you happen across an artifact that is indeed a silver spoon. It is a teeny tiny, like, baby spoon. Set with sort of Art Nouveau designs in the handle. And then it is a soup spoon, so it doesn't have the sort of pointed end. And it is regarded as the baby spoon of a demonic king.
Hot.
Yep.
Question for the audience, not for me. In the does the description of the spoon that he finds match the spoon that Damian found exactly?
Damian wouldn't know.
Well, I know it's not for me; it's for the audience. It's for Corey.
The audience doesn't get to know either.
That's for Corey.
It's for Corey.
It's for Corey.
It's for Corey.
No, it is not the same.
Okay,
Only
lovely.
time may tell.
The baby spoon of Gorthalax.
I have a question, just like a timeline question. We killed that motherfucker, and then we went to the library.
You went to the
library before
section.
we killed him.
Went to the restriction section after we killed him.
Okay, so we've already done our research. So I will just head back up to what's his nuts that we travel with, the chain smoker. Yeah.
Ash isn't paying attention.
No, I know.
I'm sorry.
What's new?
Hold on. Hi.
Ezra's just staring into the distance, smoking.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to do. So Damian ditched me, and he said to wait for Preston and Todd, so I'm waiting for Preston and Todd.
Okay. Chicken comes
Todd
skittering up
arrives.
to you. Cool, everybody arrives.
Yeah.
We're so
Preston,
out of practice
Preston's
right
still
now.
doing stuff.
Preston
Don't push
didn't do
Preston's
anything.
piece.
Yeah.
I was gonna start talking, and then Ben jumped in, so
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Go ahead, Harris.
So there was a side message that you sent me after last session regarding a crumbling notebook that I found. I've just frantically copied down all those notes into my journal because I fucking forgot to, apparently. So was this like hidden in another book, or like hidden behind something, or
Trying to find. There it is. No, it wasn't hidden. It was in the restricted section, but you don't get the idea that it necessarily belongs there. It was kind of just dropped on a shelf, like it wasn't stood up on its side. It was just dropped. for the rest of you's reference, it is a crumbling notebook full of arcane equations relating to the lighthouse, as though someone was trying to figure out how to recreate the green light's effects. And it kind of ends with they wish they could just go back and ask how the fuck they made this.
Hmm. I'm trying to decide if I want to try and steal this or just copy it.
Yeah. But the reason I think the biggest reason you were interested in it was because they said even if I had the power to try to go back, I'd certainly end up in the, not a, but the everlasting loop. And
Yes.
you found a design that looks like cogs meshing inside of the spheres of an hourglass.
Yes. I'm trying to decide if I want to try and copy this notebook or if I want to try and steal it.
Galen did say you guys had full access to anything you needed.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I would return it yet or not. The equations on it, do they look like something I might be able to discern or perhaps solve?
So Preston is a sorcerer.
Yes.
He's not a wizard.
Correct.
Though he does have quite a bit of study in magic, but sort of Azor's magic. I think give me an Arcana check to see if you understand wizard nonsense.
Okay.
A lot of what Azor taught you was less equations and more philosophy. And how to control your shit.
That is an 18.
An 18, okay. You, in terms of arcane mathematics and science, you have an understanding up to like what in our world would be like senior year of high school. So pretty all right compared to most people. Because most people don't learn magic in school. Except for a few cantrips. So you've taken like calculus basically. I'm fully basing this off of having graduated in 2013, so this might be completely out of date now. So looking at this equation, it is very complex, and there's a lot of variables that you don't know what they are. Like you see a letter and you're like, what the fuck does this stand for? And they did not leave good notes on what anything stood for. But there are a few equations that you recognize as those for enchantments, like trying to estimate the amount of a material needed for an enchantment. And you've seen those before. You've seen enchanting workshops. But you also notice equations that are more akin to calculations about distance, and there's no note as to what these equations are for. They're kind of off to the side, like scrawled in the margins, and one of them you recognize is something to do with the speed of light.
Pencil?
You just found Einstein's notes.
You did.
I mean, all the notes that I sent to Taiylor are derived from
Very scientific.
Einstein's theory of relativity. So
Nice.
Yeah, from what you can gather from this particular equation, they're trying to use the speed of light to calculate. You can't tell if it's like an amount of time or if it's a distance. Again, missing variables, but that's what an 18 Arcana check will get you.
Okay.
Half-finished notes.
So I am going to essentially cast copy paste and work to copy everything down into one of my journals.
It's not a big journal, so you can definitely do it while Damian's gone.
Okay. Um, I am still going to bring the notebook up with me, because while I may not be the best magical resource, I have the feeling that the Abbey may have some other resources that I don't. So this could be something that might end up helping to protect the town if this is not blood magic.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, most of it does have to do with that lighthouse and the green light and trying to figure out how to do it again.
yep.
So, potentially.
Well, and Vudan may also have some knowledge because he's been around for fucking ever.
Yes.
Um,
Perks of being Fae.
so, I mean, at this point, we've probably been down there for hours, essentially,
Yeah.
researching.
I
Um,
would say that by the time Damian rejoins you guys, you went to the Abbey basically first thing in the morning. I would say by the time he rejoins you, it's probably a little past noon.
What about the
Okay.
3 hours we spent eating breakfast? I'm kidding.
Already considered.
um, yeah, so
That was a good
once
It was.
Yes, it was.
It was.
before I go upstairs,
And-
how brittle is this paper?
It is brittle not from age, but from having been water damaged from a long, like maybe a couple times. But it is, as long as you're gentle and don't try to just turn pages by the corner, it can hold up pretty well. It's like the edges that are crumbling away.
And down here, are there candles or electric lights?
They do have electricity.
Okay. Um,
It's like that yellow electricity, electric light.
the page with the information that has the symbol on it of the cogs and gears that I'm a bit familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I want to remove that from the journal.
You want to remove the whole page or just tear it off?
Basically, just tear off that section.
Okay, yeah. It'll take out like the quarter of a page, but yeah, you can do that.
And preferably burn it.
You can do that. There are candles around. Or
Okay.
you just have magic.
Yeah, I'm going to use a candle to burn it
Okay.
rather than anything else. But I am going to try and tear it in a way so that it just looks like this, just like crumbled.
Give
Like
me a
it,
sleight of hand check.
yeah. Sleight of hand, not my best thing. That is a 14.
14. You tear it out and you try to kind of mess up the edge similar to the crumbling. In passing, somebody would probably think, oh, it's just crumbled out or it got torn out by accident or something. But it probably wouldn't stand up to scrutiny.
Okay. Maybe I should just tear out the whole page. But the whole page has the rest of the equations and everything, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It has basically the end of the journal.
Okay. Well, yep, we're gonna have to just do what we can on that.
Okay.
So at that point, I will come upstairs and I'm going to bring the crumbling notebook with me.
The party gathers. Galen is still at your disposal, as are a number of people from the Abbey. Being that it's early afternoon and they've locked down the town and the Abbey, there are not a whole lot of people running around outside, but there's a lot going on inside. Many people have come in to either push pews away, like against the walls, or start to space them out wider. Damian in particular, would get the feeling, oh, these people are setting up a field hospital because something's about to happen. But as you all regather and see all this movement going on around you, and the scene of death and destruction has been partially cleaned up, at least to the point that it's no longer gory. The doors to the cathedral open up, and into the Clarion Basilica, you see several Ebon-Maid knights escort the bugbear Vudan in his very Hagrid-style coats and like his big bushy beard and long extended ears. But he kind of walks in a little nervously. You can see him like anxiously picking at his fingers as he's looking around at more people than he has been around in God knows how long.
Well, we said we'd try and get you in.
What did Vudan sound like?
I don't remember.
He was he Australian?
Was he Kiwi
Yeah,
or
he was
Australian?
Yeah, I think he was Kiwi.
They sound the same when I do them. Yeah, he sounded
say
like
that
Preston. But yeah,
he
he's
sounds
sort
like
of
Bull.
picking at his hands. Oh yeah, he was another. He's a bull reincarnation. But yeah, he's like picking at his hands and like spinning rings on his fingers, and he's like, I'm not so sure that I want to do this anymore. This is a bit much.
Too bad.
Wow, sensitive.
They said you wanted my help. What are we doing? What can I help with?
The first
the
thing
town?
is you're going to turn me into a werewolf so that I can save the town.
No.
I'm going to figure this out.
We need to go downstairs into the Warrens and examine the dragon sigils that are down there to make sure you can understand them, and if they can help the town at all, we can use them.
Well, I can't. Am I allowed down there? And you see Captain Galen, who has been here with you guys, kind of taking reports from his people. He speaks up and he says, "You are free to go wherever you want with these people. They have full reign of the abbey. Anything that you need that is not already accessible to you, let me know."
Also, Vudan, Galen, I found this downstairs in the restricted section, and I'm gonna hold up the crumbling notebook.
Mm-hmm.
It has some magical equations in it. Somebody was trying to reverse engineer the green lights.
Vudan immediately like reaches out his big like claws for it. Like you see him get excited, whereas Galen is like, I'm not sure. I mean, do you think it can help?
I mean, as long as it's not blood magic, I would think that it could.
Oh. Yes, I suppose that is what you would call it scientifically, but no. The green. Well, I know many stories about the green light and how it was first made, and I honestly can't tell you whether or not it's blood magic.
Well, Vudan, I have the feeling that you're probably smarter than me when it comes to this. So I'd like to give it to you, see if maybe you can figure it out. But I'd kind of like to watch you do it. That way I can kind of learn a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, and he takes this little book. Like in your hands, it was tiny. In his hands, it looks like it's going to be broken at any moment. But he's so gentle. And he starts flipping through, and you see him arrive at the like pages and pages of trying an equation over and over with different variables. And he like pulls out a little pair of silver spectacles and puts them on his face. And he's just reading through, and he's like, well, this person did not learn how to make notes very well. And he just keeps flipping. He's like, you gotta label your variables. What are you doing, man? Just like complaining about this person's lack of scientific notation. But he eventually gets to the end, and he sees the like, I wish we could just go back and ask. And he's sort of muttering it out loud to himself, and he says, well, I mean, can we ask? Do we know where any one of these people that was responsible for this was buried?
Preston is going to look at Galen and then is going to look at Ezra.
And Galen is sort of like, I mean, I know where some former abbesses and older masters are buried, but I don't know if any one of them would have known.
I feel like I have a fucking note about somebody that created the fucking lights. That's where I killed Julian with a rock. Yes.
I don't think we do.
You do. It's in
We
my
do?
notes.
Oh.
The lighthouse was originally enchanted. Captain Pendry told you guys this while he was giving you sort of a tour, and Ezra was messing
Jesus.
with the light.
It's forever ago.
Ninian Lightweir.
Yes.
So I'm going to mention that name directly to Galen and Vudan, because Vudan's old. For all we know, he may have known them or known
The
of them.
name is familiar to him. He sort of perks up at that. He's like, "Yeah, she was really nice. I don't know anything else about her, but she was really nice."
Well, it's something. I guess. Galen, do you know
and
where they're buried?
Galen sighs and says, "I do, and it's not necessarily somewhere we can dig her up. She is buried under the Black Dragon mosaic."
Well, that sucks.
Is that the one that's in the Warrens?
Yes.
Love
I
that.
feel like Koop and I are having a similar thought right now. Potentially.
Let's get Vudan to look at the Dragon Circle first. We can learn some more about it, and then go from there.
Yeah. Galen sort of takes the lead to show you guys back down into the Warrens, back to where this Black Dragon mosaic is, this big domed chamber covered in beautiful carving, and the Black Dragon mosaic in the center is lit up by a combination of a ring of electric lights around the dome and also a hanging brazier. The Black Dragon is clearly meant to be Tiamat or one of her family, curling dragon with purple eyes holding on to this black sphere that gives off nor reflects any light. As you guys step in, Vudan sort of glances over the mosaic. He seems pretty familiar with them. He's obviously seen them before, but he's never seen this one. And still with his like silver glasses on, he steps up to the edge of the mosaic, and you see him like trace his claws along the edges where there's different sort of carving and stonework going on just to make nice patterns. And you see him like clawing at a little bit of it, and like he kind of scoops out some dust and grit, and he keeps doing that around the edge. And after he's like cleared out maybe like a couple inches of space, he turns and looks at you guys. He says, does anybody know how to read other languages? I think I'm looking at I don't know if I'm looking at another language or a code here.
It depends on the language.
And
I would
Yeah.
Everybody tell me what languages you speak, Harris.
think. Goblin and Loxodon.
Ben?
Common and deep speech.
And chicken.
And chicken. Fluent
Bakok.
chicken.
Buckcock. Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay. And Koop?
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
So Ezra, as you look at what Vudan is sort of scraping out, you do recognize infernal letters hidden in or not infernal, abyssal letters hidden in the stonework. And as he scratches them out, you can see words, but they don't make any grammatical sense. You just see random strings of words interspersed with what you could only describe as a letter-heavy equation.
Oh.
You would
Okay.
recognize it as some form of enchantment, but it's not necessarily fully speech. It is an incantation with equations and sort of numbers and ideas strewn into it. This is clearly what enchanted the circle. It is abyssal, and as far as you can read it, this enchantment is calling upon the power of the Mother of Five to. So it's hard to explain this because it's not like written out for you what's going on. The details you gather are someone called the Mother of Five. Union 10 is a recurring number that you see all over the place that is not used to multiply anything or divide. It is just 10 by itself. And it's this is all in abyssal, so it's also a little difficult to translate to common in some ways. But you see that recurring theme: Mother of Five, Union 10.
Sephiroth.
Can I infer the Mother of Five means Tiamat then?
That is a nickname of hers, yes.
Yes. Okay. Union 10. I'm just gonna say, like, kind of say that out. I'm just gonna say that out.
What's up?
I'm just gonna say that out loud, just kind of like mull it and kind of mutter it out in the air, like Mother of Five, Union 10. Is that ringing any bells for anyone over here? Anyone?
Does it ring my bell?
Preston is writing that down.
I'm really smart. Damian is really smart. Let me correct myself. Damian is really smart, but this is weird religion shit and probably way out of his depth.
If anyone would like to make a religion, history, or arcana check to see if you can figure out what the fuck is happening in this equation, go for it.
I have given someone a religious experience for Tiamat, so I'm assuming that I have advantage.
No.
I'm going to
Good try, though.
Still roll.
Thanks. Taiylor, you basically said the intelligence skills, right?
Religion.
Yeah, arcana, history, and religion.
Arcana, yes.
Okay.
I got a 22.
9.
4.
So
4 for people who can't see. 4.
The best one that I got is going to be a 23.
Okay.
Worst one I got is a dirty 20.
Gotcha. So Ezra and Preston, as Ezra says this out loud, it clicks for you that this is actually simple, but it has depth to it. Mother of Five, Tiamat, Union, pull together. Of course, you know the definition of union. 10, there are 10 mosaics in Oskory.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are metallic dragons, aren't they?
And, well, it's all of the metallics and all of the chromatics of the original 10 sort of colors. I believe.
Sure.
So. But it is evenly split between chromatic and metallic. So when you go back through with this context, you can see the sort of religious language behind the equation, which is calling upon Tiamat to unite the 10 mosaics to create a shield over Oskory. And the equations that you're seeing in the enchantment are basically like area, height, how to withstand different things, and you see references to another mother, but it is never Mother of Five. It is just Mother.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I make an insight check as to why all of this draconic shit is written in Abyssal?
Go for it.
Cool. Well, I rolled 2 16s, so that's a 26.
The best guess you can come up with, a very educated guess, is that
I went to
this
school.
probably would have been in Draconic in any other situation. It is in Abyssal because whoever created this was probably most comfortable with Abyssal and the magic inherent in the demonic language. Infernal and Abyssal and Celestial are each interesting languages that people use for different reasons to get certain effects in spells. A lot of spells are in languages outside of Common because a lot of these languages have inherently like magical like poetry to them because they're
Christmas and
related to a
Sylvan.
god. Yes,
Kind of.
Sylvan.
Yep.
Sylvan is definitely considered one of the more magical languages.
Gotcha.
It's like
Abyssal,
Aragon.
yeah, Abyssal is
Yeah.
related to demons.
Mhm.
And so you gather that either maybe a demon was involved with this somehow, or someone from the abyss, or someone very like studied in abyssal language and magic
Christmas
made
and
this.
Sylvan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Question.
Love that.
Yeah.
We fought some spider babies, right?
You fought Mama Spider and some spider babies.
Okay. You don't have Wolfe in this, do you?
Wolfe is in the world. She's
Do
somewhere.
I know if Wolfe is called Mother at all?
That is very common knowledge. Yes, she is called the Mother of Drow, the Mother of Spiders, and the Mother of the Underdark sometimes too. But rarely, so rarely, is she just called Mother. They're like Atlaran is the mother of the world, Mother Nature. She has Mother something something.
Yeah.
Ilen, the Mother of Mercy. Zerai, the Mother of Honor. There's a full title. Mother on its own is almost never occurring in religious like texts unless it's someone praying to a god they're familiar with. Like they will entreat like Lolth and call her mother personally, but if
Mhm.
they refer to her in like writing or in a sermon, they will always say a full title.
So we could be
It's
dealing with Lolth and
there are a lot
Kedwin.
of mothers in a lot of religions, and Lolth is not an
Yeah.
abyssal entity.
Yeah, that was gonna be my thing. Is I
Yeah.
don't know if Atlaran Lolth is
That's
Abyssal.
true.
Also, we have
Well,
dealt with
No, she's
spiders,
Underdark.
but we've also dealt with like bats and shit, and I would
Yeah.
bet that there's even
Yeah.
more.
And dragon-like little things.
But also, Lolth is not related to the Shadowfell, is she?
Not in Atlaran.
Not Atlaran.
Are there any goddesses or anything that are related to the Shadowfell?
You do know of the Raven Queen.
But that's the
she is
Shadowfell.
not.
That's not the Abyss.
I know, but
I'm
just
telling-
mentioning.
Telling Ash that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I know. I asked
yeah.
the question:
The
is there goddesses related to the Shadowfell?
Yeah, the Raven Queen is sometimes connected to the Shadowfell as a creator of like part of it, but there was a time where she had some control over the Shadowfell, but it has fallen into basically anarchy outside of a few trade posts. The most sort of lawful of which is centered around the Realm Gate in the Shadowfell. There are other entities and like creatures in the Shadowfell that might get the nickname Mother, but none of them are deities. The Raven Queen is the only one you can really think of. You do know some stories here and there that you don't know how true they are, that like dead or disgraced gods were banished to the Shadowfell at one point or another. But nobody really of note.
Question.
Yes.
Well, actually, no, I should say, I don't know if this is information that's being given to the rest of us. Right now, it's just Ash that has this, so I will leave that be.
Yeah. Ash, are you
Wait.
sharing this as you muddle over it?
Yeah, I'll say it.
Okay. The Abyss is demons or devils?
Demons.
Demons.
Devils is infernal.
Is there a Lilith in Atlaran?
A Lilith. That is a good question. Let me double check that I remember who she is.
The mother of demons.
The mother.
Yeah, that's why I'm going there immediately.
She's the OG woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's pre-Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think I might have a different name for her, but Lilith is quite literally the queen of hell.
Okay.
And Asmodeus is her bitch.
Okay. Would that be fairly common knowledge?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, big figures like Asmodeus, like you would know several figures around him. The Abyss is a little more difficult because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of layers, and there's a lot of people to be aware of.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes several kings in one layer. But yeah, for the 9 hells, Asmodeus is the face. Lilith is the actual bitch in charge.
Gotcha. I didn't.
Is she referred to as mother at all in
Oh yes,
common knowledge?
absolutely.
I still don't think that this is referring to her. I think just because it's in Abyssal doesn't mean that the mother reference, the one that's not Tiamat, is in reference to her. I still think Ash is right that it's probably
it would be
Shadowfell
infernal.
Yeah.
It would be infernal if it were related to Lilith.
Related. Oh, that's right. It's in Abyssal.
The bottom line
infernal.
here with your mother questions is that a lot of goddesses and creatures are referred to as the mother of something.
No,
It's abyssal.
It'd be Abyssal.
It is abyssal.
Yeah, infernal is
Demon or devils.
devils and hell.
Abyssal, demons. Infernal, hell, devils.
Right. Abyssal would be Lilith then.
No, Lilith is the queen of hell.
So the
Hell is
But
infernal.
Queen of
she's the
devils.
mother of demons.
She's the mother of hell.
The queen of hell.
Okay. That's just different from traditional.
We're
But
not
that's okay.
on Earth.
I know. That's just why. That's why I wanted to clarify. She's known as the mother of demons, so that's why I was asking
Yes.
specifically about demons being from the abyss, not from hell. But
no
no clarification needed anymore.
I'm treating her as a pre-Christian thing, and demons and devils are the same in Christianity.
Yeah.
But yes, in Atlaran, she's related to devils.
Okay. So
Seahorns think devils.
Gotcha.
Do we have lanterns or anything like that?
You have electric light down here, so you wouldn't need them.
Our one
Does
lantern
anyone
that
have
we
a-
had got destroyed.
Yeah, you had a green lantern.
Oh, haha. Do we have a like a regular lantern? I'm gonna ask. Does anybody have a regular lantern? I don't.
Wait.
Galen says, "Can I
Good.
get you a candle?"
No.
I have
I do.
have a torch.
I have a hooded lantern.
Oh,
Hold out.
cool.
I'll imagine it's one of those that you can like hook on your belt or something like that. So I'll
Sure.
pull that out
Cool.
and hand that.
I will mage hand it over to the
cane.
black sphere, the black circle, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tip it and pour some of the oil out onto the circle. Hand the lantern back, and then I'm gonna firebolt the oil so that it catches on fire. And it's
Mhm.
only like half of the circle, and I'm gonna walk over to the circle. I'm gonna flop down. I'm gonna close one eye and press one eye to the circle and see if I can see through it.
That is okay.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Wallace smart. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Whoa. Ben just figured out the trick where if you put on sunglasses, you can see underwater on a sunny day. Oh, polarized sunglasses.
Well,
yeah.
you said it's like made out of obsidian, and obsidian is not opaque.
Not
So
fully.
it looks black when you look at it because it's reflective, but if you illuminate it, it's not.
Well, it's specifically not reflective. This is like Vanta black.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you tip out some of the oil, you set it on fire, and you go and stick one beady eye against the surface. And the first thing you notice is that even though you're in like
Something looks back.
an
Right.
area old, you're in an area that would not have gotten hot. It's like warm, like against the side of your face, like body temperature warm. And for a thing that absorbs light and doesn't reflect any, that's expected. Like if you just turn a bunch of lights on, it's going to start to warm up. But as you have your face against it, you're like looking around and you do see there is space underneath the circle. There's like a cylindrical, maybe 7-foot chamber.
Mage
And
hand. Does it appear on the other side of the glass?
hold. Before
Okay,
you
sorry.
do that, let me tell you what's in the chamber.
No, I just want hand right in there immediately.
You look down, you notice this chamber, and in the center of the chamber, with its arms up to its shoulders,
Oh my god, Final Fantasy X.
is a nearly corpse body of someone still breathing. You see skin and bones and nothing else. You even see the lungs expand and push like against the ribs and organs moving in the soft part of the belly. Wrapped around the waist is sort of a tattered and looks like if this person moved it would just fall apart, tattered black cloth and a sort of halter top wrapped across the chest that now covers. There's nothing there anymore. Anything that was there is pretty much gone.
Did you just find the fucking zombie of Ninian Lyweir?
You see the head is tilted up toward the circle. The eyes are closed, and all the skin is drawn tight over the face. There is long, what must have been once beautiful black hair. And you can see that the lips have drawn so tightly that the mouth can no longer close completely. And you see just sort of partly broken, cavitied, ancient teeth inside the mouth. And as you're staring down, you realize that the bottom of the chamber is not a floor. It looks like it's made of liquid, and she is suspended above it. And as you're staring and the fire is like flickering next to you, something does indeed look back. As her eyes open and you just see solid white spheres, no glow, just white sclera staring back up at you.
Nix the mage hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to speak to her directly.
Okay.
Just be like, hey, you in there. Are you still alive?
She's just sitting there with her head
I
tilted
love
back.
that this is like one of the faith from Final Fantasy X.
Mhm.
It's just like got all this shit around him.
There's a lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do see like suspended in midair around her tiny little crystalline discs. You're not sure what they are looking through this glass surface, but you do hear an answer where like she has full control of her voice because she's not speaking aloud. She just says, I am. For now.
Are you, and I like turn to Preston, I'm like, what's that bitch's name? Or to Vudan or whoever. I'm like, who is this? Who are we talking to? There's somebody in here.
What?
Yeah, no, there's living, I hold up my wings, living person in here.
Yeah, and Vudan is like, what, you took Ninian?
Ah, and I speak back to her. I'm like, is your name Ninian?
That is my name.
Ah, yep, that's her. Yep, she's here. She's in here.
Galen looks fucking terrified as he's just watching this unfold, whereas Vudan looks deeply curious.
Is she like chill? Is she like
I am
friendly?
indeed chill, my child. No, she doesn't say that.
I was
No,
about
she
to
doesn't
say I
speak.
can't talk to her. Yeah.
Sandwich.
I am hip.
I should have brought a sweater.
Yeah.
This halter does nothing.
Someone forgot to throw the lotion down to her.
They didn't have the basket.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah. I'm just like, so, yes, she's here. Yes, she's breathing. She don't look that great. Are her fingers moving while she's down there?
No, I'm
Oh,
just doing
God.
that for the effect of the shit floating around her.
Oh, gotcha. I thought she's just sitting there like, yeah.
I am Ninian my will. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's what she would sound like if she was talking out loud, but in your head she has a normal voice.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, that bitch, she's here.
Did she do this?
I asked her, like,
to protect Oskory.
Did you do this to protect Oskory?
Dramatic wing movement.
Yes. While I'm laying with my face on the floor, just like gesticulating.
She does not move, like, at all. The only thing you see is, like, the breathing, and you hear Oskory. What is Oskory?
I mean, what are any of us really? But Oskory is the town in which you're situated, the middle of.
The abbey is called Oskory.
No, the town is called Oskory. The abbey is still Woe Black Abbey.
There's a town?
There is now.
And you see the corpse-like figure just get a little smile.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I just say to everybody else, not to her, I'm like, she smiled. Her corpse smiled.
You hear her go on. She says, "Tell me about this, Oskory. Is it?
Can you tell me first what this is for? What is this for? What's this well you've put yourself in?
Protection.
Quid pro quo, Ninian.
Yeah, she tells you protection.
From you or from someone else?
From me? What?
Well, I don't know. I'm asking, Ninian.
Who are you?
A chicken. Who are you?
Why can a chicken speak to me?
Because you're racist, obviously. All chickens can talk. Duh.
It's a new development.
Are you a priest of Tiamat?
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Right, she
This
kills
is so
me.
painful.
It's just like
If you
blood
just
on the
say
beat.
no, she goes.
This is so painful that Todd is the only one who could talk to
Who
her.
the fuck is your
Well, see,
backup
the
character?
worst thing was that I was
duck.
thinking if I could see through it and there was a corpse, I was just gonna Misty step in and like take a bone and Misty step out. But
Yeah.
you know, what is this? A deception check?
Hey,
Deception.
Taylor saved us a spell slot.
19.
19. You get
I
sort
will
of a-
add, I'm like, I have helped some people come to Tiamat.
And that smile stays on her face, and she says, "Then we are well met.
Well,
I've
indeed.
never met a chicken priest of Tiamat, but I am happy that I see the day it has happened."
This is a sacrifice, is what it is.
Yeah.
This is a sacrifice to Tiamat for protection.
That's yeah.
Yep.
But she goes on. She says, "This Oskory, is the lighthouse still there?"
Yes.
Good. I hope
So are all the other dragon holes.
other.
Yeah, you're like the first hole and there's like 9 more.
No, there's only supposed to be one.
No, there's 10. For every colored dragon.
What has happened that they need 10?
Scary bats from the Shadowfell.
Oh my god, are there people underneath the other ones?
Probably.
There's probably been a lot of abysses since Ninian was around.
Choose Order Master, not Abbess.
Oh.
There's been a lot of those too.
Yep.
Do we know what happened to the... Not the previous Abbess, because we know what happened to her. Do we know what happened to the one before that one?
Not necessarily. The Abbess Guinevere spoke of her very kindly and highly.
I love how much this is like Final Fantasy X. It's like Unalaska is like choose one to be your fate. I love it.
Is Todd revealing all of this to us as he's speaking to Ninian?
Oh, in short idiosyncratic bursts. So I'm just like, only one.
Are we?
Shouldn't be more.
Does your stuff allow us to like get looped in?
No.
Fuck.
No, he can speak to all
so
of
much
you
easier.
once, but not others for game mechanic purposes.
Mhm.
Fuck.
You would need telepathic bond to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will let Ninian know that there are some scary bats from the Shadowfell. I'll even send her like an image or two if I can, since thoughts are wibbly wobbly.
When you show her these things and you mention the Shadowfell, the body lowers her hands to her sides.
Oh.
And her head tilts downward. What has become of Killian?
Killian?
The island you guys are on.
Oh. Okay.
Does the king no longer protect this place? Does no one protect this place?
The king?
There's a king of Killian.
Oh, there is a king? Okay.
Yeah.
We're here at his request, basically.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just like,
Also
king?
known-
Who the hell is that?
Yeah, he was the guy you guys answered in Lund.
I did not. I showed up in a basket.
Yeah,
no, you
he
didn't. That's true.
Yeah, I will just say that this part of the world, this little town, actually, and everything surrounding it, is sort of under siege and has been for decades, hundreds of years, forever, since whenever you did this, whenever you pickled yourself. It's been here since then.
There are 10 of my brothers and sisters in these mosaics, and yet this place is still unsafe.
There are 9, 10 including you. But yes, and I sent her images of what we killed in the woods. And like, there's also monsters creeping in from other places as well.
Feywild.
Yeah, that.
Why?
I was hoping you could tell us.
And there is a long pause as she seems to be mulling over what she knows. But Todd, as you're explaining all this, Vudan like joins you and like puts his face against the glass. And as soon as he does, he like, whoa, oh god, Jesus.
Taiylor,
Well, he deals with corpses every day, and this scared him.
Taiylor, also, I've been doing rounds.
Yeah.
Around here. Have I spotted anything suspicious?
Make an investigation check with advantage because you
I always
have good reason to believe what you're looking for.
Okay.
Also, Ben, I'm going to mention to Todd bringing up the Earthblood Fountain and the ley line shift.
Oh, okay.
27.
27. As you go around the dome first, and you don't really find anything out of place. You do happen upon a secret door, which just takes you into an office.
Okay.
The office is pretty sparse, but there are a number of things on like a dedicated shelf that are like ceremonial, and there's like a ceremonial set of armor
It's
that
totally
like there's a
the.
bunch of religious stuff in one corner, and there's nothing in the rest of the office except like a desk.
Is this the Order Master's office? Can I
You can gather that it
ascertain
probably
that?
is.
Okay.
But as you scout around that office and don't really find anything, it strikes you as strange that there is no paperwork in this office. And you look toward what is essentially like a wooden filing cabinet. And you notice it's just a little tilted, like a tiny bit off kilter.
Using my left hand,
Mm-hmm.
I pull that away from the wall.
Pull it back, and there is a deep, maybe like twice, like two basketballs width, yes, I'm American, uh, tunnel bored into the wall and going down.
It is a secret tunnel.
I
Tunnel.
light a match and drop it.
You drop it,
Yep.
it skitters against the side as it goes into a slide, and you can just see the light where it finally stops.
There's nothing in this file cabinet, is there?
No, nothing.
And an Order Master would have kept so much important shit in here.
Mhm.
Cool. I don't.
They're
Do I find
empty.
anything of value in this office at all?
Empty shelves, empty filing cabinets, and a bunch
Empty
of
tables.
regalia.
Empty chairs and empty tables.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Correct.
Cool. I will making my way back.
Given the good investigation check, before you go, make me a nature check.
I need to get dice that have numbers that are painted black, that are clear, that I roll on a black tray. It's very hard to see what's on them. Unnatural 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the tunnel itself it's not like a smooth bored tunnel. This was dug by something with like it doesn't look like someone has chiseled away. It looks like this was dug by an animal or a creature of some kind. The edges are rough. It sort of goes in and out as they didn't have a perfectly level or perfectly round shape. It like turns oval in some places. Um, this looks like it was dug out by like an insect.
Love that.
Ew.
Love that. Love that, love that, love that. Cool. Yeah, I just put that back where it was, and I'll leave this room.
Okay. Yeah.
Come out. I won't say anything yet.
Okay. But yeah, Vudan like pulls back, is like, oh god, they're not supposed to look like that.
I go back to talking to her, and I'm like, okay, so here's the thing. The ley lines shifted. Earthblood fountains everywhere. Just happens. And
I know this.
there's this, people keep referencing this mother, and I don't think they mean Tiamat.
No.
What are they talking about?
The ley lines. When did they... I've been gone from your world for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Mhm.
Which ley line shift are you speaking of?
I throw that back at Preston. Which ley line shift?
I'm looking through my notes.
20 years ago.
20 years? 20 years ago. That's when everything started getting really bad.
No one has spoken to me in a very long time.
I'm gonna just let you know,
Probably hitting a
Ninian,
fucking hole in the ground.
nobody knew you were here. It sounds like from what we've talked about that all the previous abbesses and order masters have destroyed information on purpose to make sure that nobody knew anything about this.
But without knowing, how could they protect?
I mean, precisely.
I kind
I don't understand.
of pull what's his dick, the
Vudan?
Dragonborn. No, not
Oh,
Vudan.
Galen.
Galen. Kind of just have a little while Todd is still talking to Ninian. I just kind of pull Galen aside, and I'm just gonna whisper to him what I found / didn't find, and let him know that whatever was in the Ordermaster's office is gone.
Office. And he like looks at you like he doesn't have any idea.
I'll just lead him over there.
Yeah, when you show him the secret door, he's already floored. But as he walks in, you can see that he recognizes like the regalia. But he looks around and he's like, I never knew he had an office down here, but this is where all of our records should have been kept.
Not anymore.
We thought. And he sort of goes through the drawers and like looks at the shelves, and as he like wipes one of the shelves, comes away with a thick layer of dust. These have been gone for a very long time.
I'm gonna check the dust.
Yeah.
Would we say that's about 20 years of dust?
No, way fucking more.
Way more. Holy shit.
Way more.
So we're saying
like Victorian house level of dust.
So, and like in the drawers, in the file cabinet, like these records have been gone forever, or
yeah.
these? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Been gone
Love
for
that.
a very, 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 very long time.
Love that.
Yeah. You've seen some like old dusty ass places that haven't been touched in a long time. This hasn't been touched in a long time. The desk has. The desk is not so bad. But the shelves look like they quite literally haven't been touched in like a century.
I'll just leave him to his own devices and tell him to beware of the hole in the corner and come back out and keep watching the Todd and Ninian show.
Yeah.
Is this one of those situations where he lit that match and threw it down the tunnel and it like did that succulent thing where it like burnt across the entire room to get rid of all the dust?
Not quite.
Okay.
That would have been cool if I had remembered that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Ninian, at this point, Todd, what you're hearing from Ninian is just lamenting and confusion as she's like, why would they destroy it all? It's the only way they would know how to use any of this.
I'm assuming it's because whatever is... Oh, we just killed a bunch of like really big spiders in your abbey. So I'm assuming whatever's letting those in or like being run by those probably did it, but they've been doing it for like decades.
Where is the abbey still under the protection of the Order of Ebonmain?
As far as we know, but we just killed one of your protectors today because he was a traitor.
Then I don't. And her head sort of tilts back up to look toward you, just white sclera. She says, I can't come back.
Oh no, I know. You look hermetically sealed. You should probably stay there.
Is there any other champion of Tiamat? Is there anyone else who knows about this Oskory and the Black Abbey? Is there anyone else who knows how to use these tools? There should be someone.
I kind of look up at everybody and I'm like, anybody know champion of Tiamat? Anybody know how to use all this shit?
I mean,
I'm assuming it's a no.
Vudan said they could probably figure it out. He might be the closest, because the Abyss is dead, and then Ordermaster's dead. Acting one is fine, hopefully.
Yeah, I just turned back to her and I'm like, that's like a solid maybe, but let's not depend on that.
Ask her if you need to be a devout follower of Tiamat in order to activate these.
Ditto.
Yeah. And she says, No. No, these tools are meant for everyone, but we are the ones who knew how to use them.
Can you teach us how?
I can tell, but I cannot show.
That's fine. We've got plenty of people up here who do magic-y things.
Is there someone willing to do what needs to be done?
I'm gonna need some more details on that.
And she looks back up at you, and you start to realize her eyes aren't eyes. They're marble.
Oh, she wants a sacrifice.
Sacrifice! Yeah. Yeah, she turns into Jimmer Nagamini from Menominee and just sacrifice. Yeah.
I mean, okay. So I have a toe that I'm not fond of, but there are dolls all over town in every single window where people are chopping body parts off and putting them in these dolls, and they're still not stopping people from being killed.
A normal person shouldn't have to give up anything.
There's not a person in this town who isn't an amputee, except maybe me.
It's literally the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe some children.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
They don't... children and teenagers young enough that they don't have their own house yet. She says, to activate one of these tools, it does not require a death, as it did in 10 of our cases now, I suppose. It can be done by anyone. But it is... one must make a promise to the Mother of Five in order to access her power.
Okay, counter argument. This has been done 10 times, and it's still not fixed.
This mosaic was created to protect from potential problems, not to fix one particular problem. It needs to be activated.
Would like just blood do? I'll be like, okay, so can you don't have to show us, but can you just like teach us how to do this? And then we can all like, maybe we can hit up like 6 of them at the same time and just like really nip this in the ass.
If they were built correctly, you
I
should
doubt
only
that.
need to activate one. And all of them should be connected.
Oh, okay.
We actually know that they are connected because Kedwin said that they were able to look through the other murals by using this one, and that was something that they had discovered how to do. So I would wager they are built correctly.
But
Yeah.
she says, who will be the one to make the sacrifice? I need to speak with them.
I'm the only one who can speak with you, so I guess it'll be me.
Are you sure?
I mean, what's the fine print here?
You will lose something physically.
Like blood?
Are
At
we
least
hearing
that
this?
much.
At least that much. Okay.
This is just between Ninian and Todd.
Okay.
Well, he said that he was sending us a bit.
Well, we're talking. I haven't said anything else to you guys. You know about the sacrifice. I just haven't told you about offering myself up yet. So here's the thing. Is it proportional to my body? Because an eye in a person might be like my entire drumstick.
What are you willing to give?
The bare minimum to get this done.
Then you are not the one.
Oh, fuck. Can you talk to people by yourself then?
if they touch the mosaic.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, that's easy. I just stand back up and I'm like, all right, whoever wants to sacrifice a body part or like, make the ultimate
Whoa.
sacrifice, you just need to your virginity. You need to touch
That's long gone.
you just need to touch the mosaic. Same. You just need to touch the mosaic and and speak to Ninian directly.
Wait, nobody told me about lopping off digits. What's going on?
She said that in order to activate the mosaic and reveal its grand power, you need to make a sacrifice to Tiamat, and you have to be willing to give more than the bare minimum. I tried that one. So I'm assuming this means like whatever.
Hold on. What's the ground level like bare minimum?
I don't know. She won't tell me.
I'll move forward and touch the.
No, I'm before
Oh,
I
this
see
again.
Damian
Okay.
move.
Love this.
Yeah, this again.
I see Damian move, and I'm like,
Okay.
let me go first. And I'm going to.
Man, this
Oh.
would have been the quickest way for Ezra to get top surgery ever.
I know, right?
Take my tits. I don't want them anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not
yep.
gonna lie, I was thinking that, but I didn't know if it was okay to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kneel down and touch the mosaic.
I'll
Yeah.
let Ezra do that.
Okay. Yeah. Todd always speaks to people telepathically. When someone connects with you, you know it because you're not used to it. You are aware of someone beneath the glass.
Okay.
And
I don't see her.
you recognize a fellow cleric.
Ooh, we're gonna get religious.
And
Yeah.
you hear sort of a mature feminine voice say, "What are you?"
Indifferent.
Transmasculine? I don't. There's a lot of different things today.
She does laugh, like you hear her laugh in your head, and she says, "No, no, no. You are of someone else. Someone that I'm not as familiar with."
Oh, are we talking? So we're not talking about like parentage. We're talking about patronage.
Yes.
Okay.
Who you are
Well.
and what you do is your choice.
Cool. Well, so I was told that. Am I speaking out loud? Am I like
You can.
communicating in my head?
She is communicating telepathically.
I'm going to think in my head, is this thing on?
It is indeed.
Okay, I'm not going to talk out loud anymore then.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm not doing this for like super altruistic reasons. My brother, however, would. And he's already like given up enough limbs and like sanity for the sake of being a righteous dickhead. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So if you can just let me know what you need, go for it. Take it.
I'm
Is
not
this gonna be-
sure you want to make quite that open-ended of an offer. And you can hear a little humor to her voice as she says that. She says, "I was willing to give anything and everything."
Okay, well, let's not get crazy. But, you know.
What would you
I just
give?
want to make
Taiylor, Damian is off to the side, and I'm gonna try to kind of stealthily take a swig of something.
Make a stealth check.
I love that Koop is an alcoholic in every single one that we
19
play.
plus 7 is an 28.
Okay.
I am drinking my potion of detect thoughts.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
you fuckhead.
All right.
And I'm going to
all right,
eavesdrop.
God, fucker.
Hold on.
Well, I've already said all the juicy shit, so.
Oh,
You focus your
that's
mind on any
couple of
one
words.
creature. Who do you choose?
Focusing it on Ezra.
Okay. I would say you get in early enough to hear let's get this show on the road, basically.
Okay.
But Ninian says, what are you willing to part with?
So I don't want to be hanging out in a little mosaic for the rest of my unnatural life, but
You are not of Tiamat. This is not your place.
okay, cool. Also, I know that you kind of detected this. I have another little like standing agreement with Goose. So anything that wouldn't step on the toes of that.
Ninian is so
Speaking of
confused by
toes.
bird culture these days.
Do birds rule Atlaran now?
It's true.
Are you being subjugated by this goose? By a whole gander?
But that's like a
and
genuine question now, though. Do birds rule
Little bit.
Atlaran?
Little bit.
just a whole parliamentary gander?
To be fair, in her days, they were dinosaurs, so it might check
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
When birds ruled Atlaran.
But Ninian says it cannot be something I ask for. It must be something that you give.
Oh God.
And you see in the center of the mosaic, at the top of this circle, the purple eye of the dragon clicks out of place, and the pommel of a dagger rises out of the floor.
Oh God, I hate this.
So this is like in front of me. It's not. Yeah.
It's set into the floor, but it has been like ejected part way up so that you could take it. You see the blade is a sort of more transparent black, and it has veins of sort of purplish metal going through it.
Well, how am I supposed to know if whatever I sacrifice is enough?
What do you believe the safety of a town you have no connection to is worth? Do you care?
Well, I told you now. I care in like the general sense.
You may not be the
But
one.
okay, listen. Here's the deal. That guy over there, which you probably can't see him. There's a guy over here, and he is probably the most stubborn piece of shit I've ever met in my life. And he's also probably the most infuriatingly like righteous and self-sacrificing person that I know.
Yes,
And
Damian?
I love hearing all of this.
really don't. I've lost enough of the people that I call family, and if I can prevent them losing part of themselves in any way, I think that's the least that I can do. So no, I don't necessarily care about all the people in this town, like, sure, but I care about him. So
But
if
you
you
love
could.
someone.
Sure.
If it were not a part of your body, what would you offer?
Ooh, that's more fun.
Don't make Ash do this again.
Yeah.
I put the big button in front of the people that push it.
That's true.
But Ash is always the one that pushes it.
Right.
Here's
Well, that's
the thing, I
is,
wasn't going to, and then I realized, oh fuck, Damian's going to. No.
Ash is always the one who makes
Like
deals
that.
with a weird creature every single campaign.
Ash is mad at me because I locked her out of doing this exact thing with the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, them. Did I say? Did I do
God
it?
damn it.
No,
No,
Taiylor
Tay
did.
did.
Oh,
Sorry, I was thinking
It's
about
okay.
Talon.
I'm doing
my
okay.
bad.
No, it's okay. You're good. I don't know. Can't you just like search my heart or whatever and see what is most tantalizing? I don't know. You want all my memories of like strawberries or something? Like,
I was gonna say, is this gonna be some Neil Gaiman shit where like, I want the color of your eyes or all your
Yeah.
memories before you were 3?
right.
Why'd you have to say that out loud? Now it doesn't sound like it's my idea anymore.
Oh, was that your idea?
Is along those lines.
No, that's fine. It's from Stardust.
Yep, I know. I love Stardust.
Mhm.
She says, what do you hold dear that you would give up for your brother?
A lot of things, I guess. I feel like I'm supposed to be kind of creative here, and not really.
We'll just put a cut.
So that I can think for
So you
like
can
15
think.
minutes?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Waffle.
Yeah. Just put a cut.
I just don't know what would be of value, I guess.
Mother of 5 values loyalty, camaraderie, devotion, and sacrifice.
I'm very devoted to my morning tea. I have a bit of a love affair with tobacco. I could give up my crippling tobacco addiction.
I think that's more of a curse and not a not something you could give up.
Worth a shot.
Good try though.
Yeah.
But as you're doing this and Damian is listening, Vudan is just standing there like looking at you all like, are we doing something or
Yeah, we're sacrificing things.
can we
Question.
You're next.
can we all give like a little something in like
Ooh.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
yeah.
I just beam down to Ninian. I'm like, hey, so what if we all gave up a little bit?
What would you do?
Does it have to be one person?
No.
I tell everybody else, I'm like, we can all give up something.
Well, she's being a little cryptic here on like what necessarily is.
She
like,
is telling you that she cannot tell you what to give. You must give freely.
I toss
You just throw Todd at the dagger.
I toss my cane sword.
You toss your cane sword out?
over to Ezra.
He immediately tips over.
Oh my god. To catch.
Thank you.
If we're all giving a little bit. That was from a very good friend of mine.
Okay. Oh, we can do like physical things then? Like
I asked Ninian, like, can it be items?
If they mean enough to you.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Sacrifice does not matter what form it takes.
I will take my mouse tail over to the dagger, and I will mage hand the dagger out, and I'll stab the mouse tail.
You have a mouse tail?
Yeah, it's a 1 HP. It's like a good berry.
Oh. You stab the tail.
Yes.
It shrieks. No.
The sacrifice has been made.
Oh,
Praise
I gave
the
them a
gods.
berry. A good berry.
oh, I
work?
have
Did
a
it
really angsty, terrible idea.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see.
Are you gonna Mulan and cut off your hair?
You're gonna take Damian's sword
No.
to cut off your arm.
No.
Oh, that would have been sick.
I will speak back down to Ninian in my head.
Damian still hears this.
Yeah, whatever. Can it be my ability to tell one particular truth to one particular person?
How so do you mean?
Well, there's somebody that I have back home. And I was planning on telling him something when I got back. Something important. But I guess I don't have to tell him that ever. Yeah, so.
And this is something you would give. Your ability, your voice with a loved one.
I mean, I'd still be able to talk to him, right? I just wouldn't be able to say this one thing.
She does not confirm that that's what she means.
Fucking hell, I might Little Mermaid myself. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna set a timer, and if Ezra hasn't come up with something in 60 seconds, I'm just gonna cut off my other arm.
One more thing.
No,
Ninian.
shut the fuck up.
Ninian, can I give up my chicken form? I love being a chicken, I really do.
Become a
Doesn't
wooden
sound
like
convincing.
chicken puppet instead.
I want to
I
become a
need-
wooden chicken puppet.
Become
I
a,
need
a
you to
chicken
make-
ghost.
I need you to make either a persuasion or a deception check, depending on how Todd actually feels, but don't tell me which.
Okay.
Just give me the number.
Oh, it's not good. Do I have an inspiration point? I used it last time, didn't I?
I believe so.
10.
10?
Oh,
You
I have luck
would-
points. Wait.
Alright.
I've used all my luck points. Never mind.
Anything else you want to try?
That's it. The 10 was all I got.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Ezra's going to be like, yeah, let's just do it.
You gotta let me finish my thing, Ash.
Sorry, go for it.
She says, there would be no other form left for you.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Would I wander the world as a soul, lost and forgotten?
Not for long.
Oh, I like that. That sounds fun.
That means you're gonna die.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Dead.
I will. No, I'm not ready to help yet. Do whatever you're gonna do. Somebody lop off an arm.
No,
Preston
I'll
gonna do anything?
Zack has been over here stressing the fuck out over what the fuck to do. I did think about Van Goghing myself and cutting off an ear, but that's going to make
That's a
Preston's
big.
yeah, but
You're gonna be
but that's
lopsided.
yeah, but that's also going to make Preston's mini a bitch for Koop to work on because you can only do 2 ears.
Oh well.
I don't know about that one,
You
Chief.
can just get it and then saw the other one off.
I'm going to edit this whole conversation down to like a 3-minute thing,
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine.
just so y'all know.
Listen, we gotta parse this out. No. Ezra's like, yeah, let's just do that. I won't be able to tell him that I love him. So,
And you're sure.
I mean, I'll still love him. He just can't tell him, right? It's not any different than what I have been doing, so.
Make me a persuasion check. Because not doing something is kind of a shitty thing to give up.
That was a natural 20
I mean, it's kind of the
for
ability.
25.
It's kind of the ability to do something.
Right.
Ash has literally rolled a natural 20 every single time they have had to convince a god or creature to take their deal.
Mhm.
Every single time.
And how many
You got
times?
a natural 20 for Marin as well.
How many times in C1 did they say no more fucking deals with gods?
Uh-huh.
This
And
is what
in
I do
C2.
best, yo.
Anime
In
syndrome.
the moment that you state aloud, you will not be able to tell him that you love him, and you confirm. There's no like swell of magic, there's no sudden like lightning strikes and crazy shit happens and there's sparkles everywhere. You feel a sort of cut in your throat.
Mm-hmm.
And it causes you to cough, and just a tiny bit of blood comes up before it stops.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to try and talk out loud.
You can speak. It's a little raspy.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right.
Oh my god, now you and Damian sound related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you all hear Ninian say, then it is done.
is that enough?
Is anyone still looking into the chamber?
I mean, I'm still in the chamber.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're all still
No,
in there.
into
So
the
down into Ninian's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, I don't know that I can see through it yet
Yeah,
because I'm
you-
not like touching it.
You had said that Ash like felt a presence but couldn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Todd was the only one sticking his head against the glass.
Yeah.
So Todd, you are the only one privy to the moment that Ninian dissolves.
Ah!
Oh!
No!
Oh, it's a one-time thing.
From the from her toes, basically, her body just starts to fall apart, like unravel. Tissue breaks away from what little tissue there is breaks away from bone, and each like layer of skin turns to ash and dust, and it all falls into this pool that's beneath her that is the sort of source of this solid black. But as you see, as the ashes mix into this
No.
slow turn, they turn green.
Okay.
Um, and Ninian dissolves. She is basically what's the word? Disintegrated before you. But
What?
those last
Great tell.
words
Okay.
those last words echo saying it is done.
What color is the liquid?
Black.
Are we sure it's black? Or does it just look black because it's dark?
You don't know.
Okay. The light's not helping at all?
Nope.
Okay.
You're staring through a black, like, window
There. Yeah.
that's partially transparent.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Is my cane sword gone?
Nope.
I
What
take
about my
that
mouse
back.
tail?
Mouse tail's still there with the sword, with the dagger
Cool.
sticking through it.
I
Oh,
take
yeah, mouse tail.
take my cane sword back.
Okay.
Okay. Do I feel her presence like go away then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You feel
Um,
it dissolve.
Cool. I think I've just been ghosted. Um Okay. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever.
You all hear a loud crack of stone beneath your feet as the mosaic from the very edge, all of the arcane text begins to light up green and spread inward. It begins in a spiral, but the spiral grows until it just sort of washes over the whole thing. And the black dragon is the only thing that stays its original color. The purple eye of the dagger, as the dagger sinks back into the mosaic, it also goes green. And you are now in a very brightly lit chamber, in which there's just sort of a rippling, like, bright to dark wave of magic going over the surface of this mosaic. And Vudan and Galen are standing there looking deeply intrigued and a little horrified.
I've grabbed the cane sword from Ezra, just given him a little nod, and took off up the stairs.
Okay. You take off.
Yep.
I touched the circle.
A ripple of light goes out from where you touch it, and the sort of
Oh.
glyph that you touch stays lit.
Oh. Oh, fun. What does this one mean?
Make
Anybody
an Arcana
know?
check.
I'm
Todd presses
While
buttons.
Yep.
while that's happening, I'm running off after Damian.
Okay.
7.
7. Button, shiny, glowy.
Yes, I am going to. What color do they come up?
It turns a brighter green. If you touch one, it becomes like a mint green versus the like darker emerald shades going on.
Can you press more than one?
You want to touch another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you touch another one, it stays lit,
Oh.
and the magic
I'm gonna push them all.
ripples. You just start wiping the thing with your feathers.
Just-
Yeah. No, I
Elevator.
run all the way around the circle, hitting all of them.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Ooh.
High or low?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
God.
say. If it's over 10, it'll be clockwise. Clockwise.
Okay. Yeah, you just start running around the circle inward, just sweeping your feathers over everything. And Preston, Galen, and Vudan see just a wave of magic left behind you. And when you finally get to the center and sort of hit the eye of the dragon, the entire circle goes not dark, but dim. And you feel a draft just out from the circle.
Yes.
Ezra and Damian, as you are taking off, and you get to, do you exit through the Carillon Tower or through the Clarion Basilica?
Whichever is the more high ground.
The Carillon Tower does have higher access.
That's where I'm going.
Okay. As you're running up into where these statues are usually kept, you do feel that wave go out. And Ezra, again, your throat hurts. Like there's a jolt of light pain. It's not like gonna make you keel over or anything. But as that happens,
Is it like when you swallow a pill like without any water and you feel like it gets stuck there?
it's more like you already have a sore throat and it's dry and you tried to swallow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
But the two of you, Damian first, you get out to a balcony on the Carillon Tower, and you see this wave physically moving out from the Abbey. And you see in 9 other places in the village, a column of light shoots up.
Fixing everything.
What time is it?
It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. Looking towards the volcano. What's going on over there?
Nothing. You see the wave of magic hit the edge of the beacon towers and stop.
It's a dome.
Yeah, is there like a dome?
There is a dome. It
And
is slowly
when you
becoming
say-
visible.
When you say nothing regarding the volcano, the last time we saw it, it was smoking.
Oh, it's still smoking. It's not doing anything else.
Okay,
though.
it hasn't changed. Okay.
No.
Well, it has changed. It just hasn't changed since it changed the first time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beacons are lit. And so
Condor
I'm
calls for aid.
Oskory calls for aid.
that came through perfectly in sync for me.
Oh,
Nice. But yeah. The black dragon mosaic remains dim, but it's still radiating energy.
Okay, cool. So we don't have to go to all the other 9 of them and give sacrifices. Just this one. That's good. Okay, good.
nope.
good.
I took care of it.
Todd's not there.
Okay.
Oh, Ezra went up with Damian?
Yeah,
Yes.
I went up with
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
Damian. Sorry.
After Ezra says that, I just not even looking at them, just say, "Yeah, but now we get ready for a fight."
I fight I can handle. Well, if I do probably need to take a bit of a lie down because magic's not plentiful right now, but
All three
I'd prefer
of you.
that.
All 3 of you. No.
I know. Okay, whoa. All right. Pushy.
I give Ezra a hug. Like
Whoa.
a good hug.
Yeah, we'll squeeze.
I think I'm just kind of like stiff. I'm like, this isn't normal. But eventually I'll just kind of be like, yep. We're hugging it out. Okay.
It's not that long of a hug. I let you go pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Preston wants to ask Vudan a question.
You may ask Vudan a question. He's standing there staring at the mosaic, deeply enraptured.
Do you have any idea how long this is supposed to last?
Well, I imagine an enchantment of this size, probably a pretty long time, but, I don't know, let me take a look. And he sort of very gently, like, touches a glyph to make sure he's not gonna fuck anything up. And you see it doesn't light up like it did before. So he steps onto the mosaic and he starts, like, puts his little silver glasses back on and he starts reading further into the abyssal. And you realize the further he goes, this entire mosaic, every single tiny glass piece, has outlined a letter or a number. And he can read in between the literal lines to find them. And as he goes, you see like occasionally adjusts his glasses, and he occasionally keeps like a claw on one thing as he keeps reading down the line. He says, "There's something about a fortnight. I think that's 14 days?
Could they
10 days here, 2 weeks."
could they depend on the significance of the sacrifice? Is that something that could be extended or could be
Um,
shorter?
I gather that this thing is sort of an emergency like tool, so I don't know if it's that much more complex actually. Because from what I can see here and what we felt, this feels like this is just a big ward. It's a huge one, but it's just a ward. And this much magic takes a lot of energy to keep up for a long time. So, I mean, 10 days is already like, that's some high level enchanting and spellcasting. Like, that's the kind of time frame you need to make some magical, like, spells real.
Right. Yeah, just wanted to make sure that this isn't going to come down in like 2 hours. Um,
No, I'm thinking it's 10 days.
all right. Well,
And I mean,
that's nice.
hopefully the threat will be dealt with much sooner than that, but
Awesome. Um,
I'm gonna see if I can sort of, because I did promise I'd help. I'm gonna see if I can figure out if it does anything else. If like, I don't know, just for it'd be really fun if this town had a defense system.
yeah. Um, Speaking of defense systems, I have the feeling that um, Damian and Ezra are probably gearing up for a fight tonight.
I'll
Um,
mention.
and I know, Todd, you don't look so hot. So, um,
I look fine. Thank you.
sure.
Got feathers
Um,
falling out.
No, it's just like
Naked chicken.
we should probably get some rest. Um,
I mean, yeah,
I'm a chicken. I don't have wrists.
I'll keep working on this and seeing what I can see and keeping an eye out. And of course, there's the entire order of Ebonmain looking after the town. So if you all need time to gear up for this, take it. But also, I have something that might help. I was so after I moved my house, my door, I realized that I had a book from a long, long time ago, back when I was actually in Oskory, and I found a reference to something that might be helpful. Apparently, I don't know. The volcano seems like the kind of like problem area because we've seen monsters coming from there. I read about someone who went there with an enchanted weapon, and the weapon's still there somewhere.
Ooh.
The person died in, well, it said it was an accident that they, were climbing and they stepped onto a ledge and put their stuff down, and then the ledge just crumbled. So their stuff should still be there. Of course, I don't know if any lava flows have gone over it since, but it should still be there on the south slope, on a broken sort of jutting out ledge. So if you see something like that, check it out. There should be a sort of like, they described it as like an axe and a shovel put together. So like an axe with a weird horizontal haft on the back.
All right. It could be helpful. We can find it. The crumbling that notebook I gave you. Make sure to wait for me to go over that too much more. I want to learn some more of that math, so that maybe I can be a little more useful in the future.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy to help you learn a bit more. I
We should
mean,
go textbook or something.
well, I don't know if it textbooks, but I am kind of a walk-in textbook on some of this kind of stuff. You don't live for God knows how long in the Feywild without, visiting a few libraries and such. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. And even if you guys got to leave, I'm aware you're mercenaries. I'll be happy to be your pen pal.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I would enjoy that.
Yeah. And he grabs like a little like for you, well, for you're a big guy, but for a normal person, this would be like a 6x4, like, nice sized little journal. For him, it's a little pocketbook. And he tears out a little page and he draws a symbol onto it and hands it to you. And you can see that the root of the symbol is a common V, but it is surrounded by uh, 6 stars and a lotus flowers blooming in the center of the V. He says, I don't really have like an address, and sometimes it's hard for Vodro Post to get to me. So put this on your letters as the address, and it'll find me. Normal
And
Vodro stuff and all that.
perfect. Yeah, that'll be handy because
Yeah, I hope we're alive to actually write back and forth to each other. That'd be nice. I haven't had a pen pal in, again, God knows how long.
yeah, I'm definitely certain that we'll be keeping in touch. Seems like we have some stuff in common.
Well, yeah, we sound exactly the same, so you start there.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. One of us has clearly listened to a lot of Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
seems about right.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to keep experimenting with this thing. You keep your friends from dying and all that. And good luck.
Thank you. Truly, I mean, for a while there, it kind of felt like we were getting stuck in some kind of loop that just went on forever.
Is that a commentary on my DM skills?
No, it is more of Preston
Okay.
trying to subtly mention the everlasting
Oh
loop
yeah.
in front of Todd and Vudan.
Make a
Sleight of brain.
Has a stroke immediately.
Sleight
Is there
of
an
brain
insinuation roll?
make me an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, baby. That is a 22.
You say that you've been stuck in a loop, and Vudan, who has been looking at you the entire time you've been speaking, you see his eyes flick down at the journal. You gather that your meaning was caught, though you don't know if he actually knows what it means.
What about Todd?
Todd,
Does Todd show any recognition to that?
Todd, make an insight check.
Okay, I will.
God's sake, don't roll a natural 20.
It was not a natural 20.
Okay.
Insight,
Yes.
13.
Yeah, it has kind of felt like you're running in circles lately. He's right.
Weird. Todd's already asleep.
Good, cool.
All right, I will pick Todd up by his harness since
He
he is
does
apparently
that
asleep.
thing that animals that are so tired do where he just ragdolls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like pick him up by his harness and like start carrying him out.
Todd's flying. I'm flying.
In his sleep, he
Fine.
just goes.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, if you all would like, you will gather back at the base of the Carillon Tower eventually.
Taiylor, real quick,
Yo.
before we all gather, after I kind of separate from Ezra and Ezra goes back, I'm gonna kind of kneel on the ground there
Mhm.
and go into a meditative. Can you not? Bisexual icon Yungi the cat back there.
Yep.
Yeah, here.
That's right.
The stream can't see him, but I'll
Somebody
move so
had to
that they
replace
can.
Titan.
There he is. Yep, just screaming and yelling. But anyway, I'm gonna
Like
go
a
into
good
a
bisexual.
little kneeling stance and hop into the Mind Palace. And I'm gonna go into that that sort of living space that mine, Ezra's, and Julian's room all kind of came off of.
So a parlor. Yeah.
Yeah, the parlor. And I look over at Julian's room as per usual, and I'm assuming the door is still like fucking scorched to shit.
Yeah.
I look at my room, which I just don't touch because self-improvement is not something that Damian's too obsessed with right now.
I haven't noticed.
And then I'm gonna go to Ezra's room. And Ash, what would Ezra's childhood room look like?
Keeping in mind that you had rich ass parents.
Yeah, I would
Rich-ish.
say there'd be like,
Upper middle.
it'd be like one of those rooms that it's like there's so many fucking like toys and like stuff like that, but it's all like way too like pristine looking for it to actually be like a child's bedroom, and I think that's because he spent a lot of time outdoors. So like there's like stuff kind of all over the place, but like it's very like put together and very like organized and everything, and things barely look touched in there.
Okay. I'll go find like a nightstand or something like that, like an area where I know that Ezra would actually like keep things that are important.
I imagine the Castilles, like, when it came to their home, which was something that they could show off, they spared no expense. Whereas maybe that hurt them in some other areas. They were more concerned with the appearance than the actual, internal stuff.
Right.
So everything's gorgeous. And like there's stuff made by famous like carpenters and blacksmiths, but a lot of it is really just for show, and a lot of it you guys were not allowed to touch. The sort of bedroom furniture was a little different, that of course you guys were kids with your own rooms, but I would say Mallory always insisted on being the one to sort of organize things to make sure it was all good for if they gave a tour of the house to company.
I'll also say too, there is a lot of like, there's kind of a feminine quality to a lot of the stuff as well. Like there's a big like canopy bed with a lot of frilly lace and like stuff like that.
It's not like it's all bright pink,
Yeah,
but it is definitely meant to be like,
this is a girl's room.
This is a girl's room, and this girl should strive to be a lady.
Did Ezra have anywhere where he would have like hid things in his room?
Oh, absolutely.
from the parents, and in particular, like what would have been hidden there?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
Where do
Ezra
you keep your
would've-
porn?
I think
Not as
Ezra.
a kid. Jesus.
I think Ezra would have discovered that the bed sits on like a gigantic wooden frame that goes from floor to bed, so that you can't push underneath it.
Mhm.
There is a panel on it that you can push back and hide anything under there. It would be big enough for Ezra to actually hide inside of when he was small.
Love that. So
I think
Ezra,
there's probably also like a shoebox that like some of the more like important stuff is kept in there.
can I have an example?
Um, I
Very
think maybe
smooth rock.
some after yeah, the smoothest rock you've ever seen.
Wow.
No, I think like after Julian's death, like maybe like one of his toys or something that survived the fire. Kind of some stuff that he found outside, like yeah, like a cool looking rock, like a couple cool looking rocks. A duck
For
feather.
for
You
like
know.
Julian's, if you're looking for something that was Julian's that Ezra kept, Julian was a pretty outdoorsy kid too, though he did love to read. So I think a potential object in there would be a copy of a little fairy tale called Der Katzenprinz.
Okay.
Ah,
Der
Der Katzenprinz.
Katzenprinz.
Yay.
I'm going to
We love you, Liam.
find that spot.
Aw.
I'm going to open it up, and
Mhm.
I'm going to find the copy of that book.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something that Damian hasn't done in a while, and probably has only done a couple of times in this room.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna transfer that memory of Ezra giving up the ability to say that he loves a certain somebody, and I'm going to put that memory in this book in the Mind Palace to keep there. And then I'll be done with that, and then I
That's
will
a nice
leave.
place for it.
That's what I was going for. There's a couple of reasons why I'm doing that, but the main reason is because Damian is afraid that if he thinks about that memory for too long, he's going to try to come up with a way to circumvent what took place, and that might cause the defenses to fail. So there is actually, like, the primary reason he's doing that is he's like, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up. But then there's some underlying other reasons there as well.
Compartmentalizing to avoid self-destruction
Exactly. Yep. So he can self-destruct in other ways.
later.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say, I mean, that can take any amount of time you want because it's in your brain.
Yeah. However long the memory took.
Cool, about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
I'll
It
edit
was
some
not
parts
that
out.
long.
I'll edit some parts out while I'm going.
No, I would
Pull
say
up Cyberlink Power Director in my Mind
I would
Palace.
say
It was
maybe
not that long.
I would say probably Damian spends about 10 minutes doing this.
Okay. Do that, and then I'll get out of there.
Okay. But you all gather up. We do need to end for the night. So where are you guys going? Are you staying at the Abbey to rest? Are you going to the Ivory and Red? What you doing?
I think we should go to the Ivory and Red.
Yeah.
Because we're probably going to want to be in town for if and when shit starts going down.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to go to the volcano as soon as everybody wakes up from their long rest.
More than likely.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be the middle of the night then.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to arrive with 0 spell slots.
No.
That was possible.
We're going to wait until
No.
everyone is done with their long rest.
No,
Yeah.
we're going to arrive at the volcano with 0 spell slots because we're going to have to kill things on the way to it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Find out.
You guys head to the Ivory and Red and turn in early after a very early dinner.
Yay.
And that is where we will close for the night as you prepare to face Mount Edwinfell.
Can we
I have
take
a
long
pen pal
rests
now.
now?
Yeah, you can take a long rest.
Okay.
I'm not going to
I
be
got-
mean. Nothing happens during your sleep.
Okay.
I got a
Yeah.
pen pal.
You do have a pen pal. His name
Yay.
is Rudan. He's so sweet.
I'm excited.
I guess he's not coming with us, is our.
I like how
Unless you
Ninian
want him
was
to.
like, yeah, if you want, everybody can sacrifice something, and then it's just one person sacrifice something, fucked off completely.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know if it was going to be enough or not, but all right.
You
Like
just
that's
aerialed yourself, I think.
I
that's
did!
why
It's great!
that's why I asked Vudan if like this was gonna come down in like 2 hours because it wasn't enough. Like I don't know what was sacrificed,
Nope,
but
you don't.
You don't.
but like
Ooh.
I do.
you know
Well, no, not now you don't. You forgot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So no one knows.
that's true.
hmm
All right. Yeah, take your long rests and everything, and then
Okay.
next time we play, we will begin with the first day of the end of your life.
Yay.
Every day is that.
Right.
Yeah.
2024.
Woo.
Rick and Morty,
Um,
100
That's
years.
really dark.
Here. Alright. Why are you dark now, Ben?
Because I'm turning it off so I can watch the lightning because it's going over us right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I saw that and I was like, when the fuck have we ever had thunderstorms in February? Granted, it got up to
Right.
60 degrees in some places
Yeah.
today. It makes sense that with the cold that's about to hit,
Yeah.
the thunderstorm
Yeah.
would roll through.
Well, and they're like
but,
the little strip that's going over us is like bright purple too. Ooh, that was a good one.
Ooh.
yeah, that's
Did you
heat
see
lightning.
it? Did you see it reflect on me?
Oh no, I didn't.
No.
I was
Oh.
just very interested in purple lightning.
Have we
Oh.
ended?
No.
Yeah,
Not yet.
don't we have an
No.
outro?
We do. I was just waiting for you guys to be.
Oh, we
yeah.
do?
I
Oh
need
my God.
I need
Yeah,
to
we got
run.
an outro. So, thank you everybody for joining us. You can catch episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and other podcast platforms every other Saturday. I need to catch the Spotify up, but we'll get there. Eventually, one day when I'm done moving and have no more projects in real life to do. So fun update for the stream slash YouTube channel because we don't stream anymore. I'm in the middle of moving and have been for about a month, so this is gonna be fun. But yeah, we will see everybody next Saturday. Next
Goodbye.
Saturday. Goodbye.
Bye.
And
Goodbye.
enjoy the rest of your days.
The rest of your day.